maximize the screen to read it, but there's it says the everybody's role.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, somebody was commenting saying we should do that. Some viewers or fans or something, I guess, maybe were confused on who was who. You know what I mean? So, kind of hook that up.
Makes sense.
Yeah. You open the chat. Definitely can't play without our live chat. All right, we're about 20 seconds out.
Okay.
Cyberpunk Uncensored.
Hey, what's up, Chumbas? We're live.
Hey.
How's everybody doing today?
Going good.
Good. How are you?
I'm doing better. I know the other day I was having internet problems when we were doing crash course videos and stuff, so I was kind of stressed out over that. But today's a little bit better. I'm glad to be playing. I'm glad to be here right now. This is putting me in a much better mood.
You just want to make us suffer.
Yep, I'm ready to deal out some punishment here. So yeah, you guys, if you look, you guys should all have the Night City map up right now, right? You can see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So you guys were coming from, in the last session, I'm just going to do a little recap. You know, you got the girls out of the brothel. Great. You guys pretty much, we'll say, hopped on, you know, you guys were in Little China. You were heading into Little Europe. I believe you were trying to go to a church, the Holy Angels Church in Little Europe.
I believe so, yeah.
But you ended up getting some of the district PD behind you. You pretty much took the highway all the way into Little Europe. You can see that the church is right off of the highway, but when you got off into the district, before you could even get up to the church, which is really only like a block away, you know, some sirens went off and you guys got pulled over by the district PD, and that's where we kind of left everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sounds
all right?
good. Yeah,
Yep.
let's get some
Attack.
some Sirenscape going. Since you guys are chilling out in the streets in Little Europe, and it's in the evening, getting more towards the night. I think, you know, you guys didn't hit that brothel until a bit later, or, you know, in the afternoon or so. But then it kind of trailed off into the night with everything you went through there. So it's about evening now, evening or early night, we could say. But yeah, you guys are in Little Europe. You just got pulled over by District PD. Just remind me where everybody's sitting in the vehicle, just so I have it in my mind.
Coupler should be driver. Raven is riding shotgun.
Yep.
And everybody else is crammed in the back seat.
I'll say I'll be on the side behind Coupler.
Okay. And Raven's back there too.
No, I'm in the front seat. I'm the passenger
Or no,
seat.
Hollow's in the back with Onryo.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you're back there, and you got pulled over by the district PD. Like I said, you're about a block away from where you were going. Kind of sucks you didn't make it to the church, but yeah, you just got pulled over. You can see PD behind you. The lights going. They already turned off the sirens. Two guys get out of the vehicle. Two lawmen, and they're approaching your car.
Curiosity, are District PD part of the NCPD, or are these guys just like corporate cops?
Yeah, if you check out in the Red Core book, you know, they kind of describe PD and things like that. You know, each district kind of has their own law enforcement for the most part, typically, and that's kind of how Night City is run. There might be a general Night City PD, but it's probably spread thin and more treated like a task force, maybe a C-SWAT, things like that. But each district kind of has their own either security team, police department, or private paid security or something along those lines. In this case, you know, you're dealing with District PD. You know, all of you are familiar. Little Europe, it's a lot nicer than the combat zone. They have their own district police department.
Yeah, I'll play nice with them.
But yeah, they're approaching the vehicle. If you guys need to have any quick conversation as they're approaching.
I'm gonna tell Raven.
Raven is
What-
gonna,
You're not
gonna
shoot?
yell at.
That's
No,
it.
I'm yelling at
Everyone
you.
starts yelling at Raven. That was funny.
And I'm yelling at Coupler, telling him it's his fault that we're in this situation in the first place. Are you kidding me?
Driving by the rules. Now, question: does anybody have open warrants?
Not
No.
that-
No, nobody
Do I
should.
have
Assassin?
open warrant?
Nobody should have any open warrants. But there is something that I didn't.
Illegal black market doctor in the background,
Yeah.
in the
Well,
back seat.
There's something that we didn't go over a little detail, and I kind of want to establish this now before District PD approach. You know, in Night City, lots of vehicles are registered or not registered. You know, you taking this from Yakuza Combat Zone, it's probably not registered. Who knows? We'll assume. However, sometimes people don't have licenses. They don't have their ID, and especially with the way Cyberpunk RED is and the way the city is and this independent sort of land or whatever, you know, it's like a 50-50. I would assume, this is up to you guys, and I'll let you have full control. I would assume that Coupler would probably have a driver's license, some type of ID. He does have drive skill, and maybe he's a little more corporate. I would think on Rio, maybe Hollow might. Raven probably not, owned by the company, no family,
Yeah.
all up in the combat zone. But you guys need to decide that and just let me know real quick. In character, what do you think?
I mean, I would say that I'd be
highly doubt
more. Well, I mean, I always.
Well, think of the old SIM
like,
cards from
super-
2020.
Yeah, like
Almost
not
nobody
super-
had one.
Brianny, is that Bryany, EGM? I'm not getting it right, but Brian, and she says, license? We don't need no stinking license.
Yeah. But
I definitely don't
would
have
say, like,
anything.
since I do most of my work with Ziggurat,
Right.
like I don't know, you know, and you know the idea of that is like, you know, I may have to go set up data pools or help, you know,
Yes,
fix that.
that's why I picture on Rio probably would have a license.
Yeah, so I don't think I'm like totally off the grid.
Yeah,
you know,
and like I
in
said,
that sense.
I would think Hollow might too, being, you know, a schooled med tech
Absolutely.
and working for a hospital.
Yeah, she definitely would.
The ones that might not
But
are
we're not a
Raven and
character.
Coupler are the ones I'm like 50-50, it's up to y'all, but you guys, you know, you're more combat zone people, so you tell me.
I don't
No.
think I have any ID.
Okay, then yeah, you and Coupler don't, on Rio and Hollow do. But yeah, the District PD are approaching. That's funny. Steve from Sirenscape says, "See this pistol? This is my license." Don't encourage Raven. She's already down low on her empathy. She's borderline cyberpsychosis. Yeah, she doesn't need the
Oh
encouragement.
no! Should I trank Raven? Just I feel like really
I don't think she's
fast
quite
and
that
look
far
at the
gone.
station's drunk.
No.
Don't tempt her to shoot you in the foot trying to shoot her.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I've been forgetting to do this. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to give this air hypo to Hollow, because I'm not a med tech and I don't really want it. I used it on Big Dave and that didn't go so well.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember you have that. Okay, yeah, no problem. You hand that over to Hollow. She can have it.
Just in case.
Yeah.
No offense, Raven.
See, Reservoir Panda joined the chat. What's up, man? He's one of our GMs for Cyberpunk Uncensored, fellow GM.
Oh, awesome.
But yeah, okay, so you guys are all set up. Any last conversations between each other as the PD are approaching, now that we figured out the
Just
details
play
of
it
y'all?
cool, obviously.
Don't shoot
you know.
anybody. Hollow, looking at you. Don't break
I'm
anything.
pretending I'm asleep.
Okay. Yeah, the one guy walks over to the passenger side and he's just kind of looking in at Raven. The other guy walks over to your side, Coupler, and just kind of like taps on the window.
I'll lower the window. Hands being very quiet, cautious.
Yeah, he kind of takes a step back and looks at the vehicle and he's like, "Nah, what the fuck are you doing in my district in this piece of shit?"
Honestly, dropping off two very unhappy ladies somewhere very safe for them. We're going to the Holy Angels Church.
He kind of like looks in and he goes, "Really, what the fuck is going on here? You know, you're not registered. You guys got some weapons up to the T. You got two ladies in lingerie. I'm calling this in. This is fucked up." The other guy starts laughing, like shaking his head, looking at all of you. And he starts getting on his radio.
All right. Well, all you're gonna hear is a story of us getting them out of a very bad situation from very bad people. Got her husband waiting at the church.
Right
And
then,
that's all you're gonna find out.
Yeah, the other girl that's with Daniela, she starts kind of like getting real nervous and freaking out, and kind of like shoves her way through and opens the door, and starts running off. She's like really freaking out.
Well, I mean, can we
Bye.
like stop her or?
Yeah, you can go for an athletics and see if you can kind of do it, or you can give me a grapple if you want to try to grab her. Give me your brawling.
Persuasion
Sure,
would
I can
probably
try
be
it.
better in front of a cop.
What?
Maybe a persuasion roll would be better in front of the cops. Just
Well, I mean,
saying.
if she's just running,
She's
probably not
freaking out.
listening.
She's kind of climbing over, and I'll say she's climbing over Hollow. She's heading passenger side, over to like the sidewalk and the streets. But she's cracking the door open, climbing over you, freaking out, getting a run off as the cop was calling in the situation. So if someone's gonna try to stop her or grapple her, it'd probably have to be Hollow.
Okay.
What do you want to do, Hollow?
If that's what
I
you
mean,
want
we're
to do.
let her go.
Grab the
We
bitch.
didn't really need her anyways, but
I'm between athletics and conversation.
Well, we did just also give you an air hypo, so you could always just knock her out.
well, I don't know if that would be great in front of the cop.
I'm just giving options. I'm not saying what she has to do.
Just say bye. Go get her. Tell the cops to go get her. Like, go get her.
True.
I'll be happy to get
Yeah.
her.
Okay, I'm gonna do an athletics and then a conversation to like try and calm her down.
Yeah.
So I'm not just holding a struggling woman. I'm just like, I'm holding you.
It would have to give me your brawling, because you're gonna have to try to grab her. You're trying to grapple her basically to keep her from getting out. So give me your brawling. But that was a great conversation. Whatever you want to say is gonna work. But yeah, you're not able to grapple her. She actually slides out of your grip. But there is a possibility. What are you saying in this conversation?
It's just like, we're almost there. We just need to calm down and just slide through. I know this is freaking you the fuck out, but I am fucking here for you. I've been here for you from the beginning. I've been here for you in the middle. I've made sure that I've taken care of you to the best of my knowledge. Have you been hurt? No. I've taken care of you, baby. I'm gonna take care of you now. We just a little bit further. I know this hurt. You can do this.
Yeah, she's freaking out. She gets past you and opens the door and is like getting ready to run away, but then she kind of like stops. The lawman that's on that side kind of freaks out. He takes a step back and kind of pulls out his pistol. And he's like, "Yo, stay in the vehicle. What the fuck are you doing?" She kind of stops, looks back at you as you're saying all that, and she's like kind of calming back down and like looking. She's like, "Oh, okay, it's kind of working." You stopped her from running off.
And I'll whisper to like Daniela, like, why is she freaking out? Or do you know why she's freaking out?
She just whispers. She's like, I don't know her that well. She was captured like me. I don't know. And she's just like kind of freaking out. She's like, you can't trust the PD. You can't trust the cops. She's like, what? She's like real nervous, but you kind of convinced her from running off. At this point, that PD that was kind of off to the side, he's like holding the gun up and he's just like, get back in the vehicle, get back in. And she's kind of like looking at him and looking at you, and she's just kind of like frozen. The other guy now pulled out his pistol, who called in the situation or whatever. He's holding it up to you, Coupler. He's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like I said, got these two girls out of a very bad situation. They don't want to end up back there. They're scared of two guys with guns being held at them. We're just trying to get them to the church. Would you want to escort us? You more than can.
No, everybody get out of the car. Everybody get out of the car. They start like holding their guns up and freaking out a little bit. The cops seem to be a little bit nervous about all this. And don't forget when
their standards.
Don't forget when they look in. There's a bunch of you, and they can definitely see a shotgun and rifle, and you know what I mean. You guys are fresh from the brothel, but yeah, he's just backing up, holding the guns, saying get out of the car. The other guy is telling the girl to get on the ground now. She's still kind of frozen, not listening. She's kind of scared. But yeah, they're telling all of you to get out of the car.
I'm not really moving that fast.
Yeah, I'm not moving real fast either.
Just kind
Can I
of
look and see if like the car that they came in, is it just these two?
Yeah, you can give me a perception roll. Nice.
Okay.
Yeah, you can
Nice.
tell. Yeah, the car is empty. It's just those two guys. Their cop car is behind you. Looks like it's still running. They're on either side. Cars are going by. You know, it's fairly busy, like any time of the day or night in Night City. There's some construction
God,
going
can
on
we just
around.
drive
Things
away?
like that.
We're
Oh
gonna
my
get
God,
shot
by
at,
the
and probably bad things happen to us at the same time. And I don't want to fix my car again. It takes a week.
Yeah, so they're yelling now. The guy just kind of opened your car door coupler, and he's like grabbing onto your jacket. He's like, "Get on the fucking ground! Get out of the car!" And the other guy goes over to the other girl and is like forcefully putting her on the ground. As he looks towards you, Hollow, and into the back seat, and up to Raven, he's like, "Everybody out of the car!"
Get out of the car.
I'll be the last one to get out.
Huh?
I'm the last one to get out. I'm a little too cocky for this shit.
All right, so what's everybody doing?
I'm gonna get out of the car since he's dragging me, and he just had to do things the hard way. All right, I'm gonna try to. I'm gonna grapple him because honestly, too tired for this shit, and we don't have ID. They're not gonna track me down. They're just gonna track me to the. So I'm gonna grapple him. Just make this worse because why not?
Okay.
Too early for
I'll
the night.
slowly start getting out as I notice couplers going that direction. I'm like, okay.
I'm still sitting in the car. I don't even have the door open yet.
Nobody ever suspects.
Yeah,
Raven.
and you can. I forgot, let me see if I can add this. You can see in the distance too. A lot of like sirens and things coming from the distance.
Coming towards us?
Yeah, I mean you can just hear it coming from maybe some blocks away. Just change this. But yeah, you start hearing some sirens and things, like I said, off in the distance, getting closer. As the guy starts kind of like, I don't know, pulling you out of the car. But yeah, you want to try to grapple him? Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to grapple him up.
Okay.
I'm gonna toss 4 luck into this because I'm gonna need it.
You're definitely going to need it.
Oh.
So +4, so that puts me at 23.
Oh, nice. I got a 22. Yeah,
Oh my
so
Wow.
God.
if it wasn't for the luck, I rolled a critical success. So I was like, you're going to need it. But I didn't want to tell you because it's
Jeez.
contested, But no, that was super lucky of you. You grapple him up. Just as he's kind of pulling you out and getting you down, you kind of reverse and kind of grapple him up. He's kind of shocked by that. He's just like, oh, fuck, what the hell? The other guy instantly, like, as he gets done pushing the girl down, points his gun at you, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, pissed off now. I have to get out of my car and deal
And
with
everybody,
you idiots.
let me get your tokens out here so you can roll initiative.
I just bribed these guys.
You decided to grapple him, so I think you...
I know. Raven's rubbing off on me in all the wrong ways.
The
I'm sitting there
tech is a
laughing.
solo now. All right, click your...
I'm all laughing at him.
click your oh, shit, it's still there. Sorry.
This is a personal job.
Let me clear that. All right.
Any
go
other
for
day,
it.
I wouldn't care.
Yeah, if
I'm not
you
even
click,
getting paid for this.
click your tokens and give me initiative, and then you can start telling me what you guys want to do.
Oh, I'm ready to get to my...
So yeah, just to reiterate, you grappled up that guy as he was trying to pull you out of the vehicle. You stepped out, grappled him up. The other guy finished pushing the girl down and yelling at everybody to get out of the vehicle. When he sees you do that, he kind of like they're both kind of in shock that you're doing this. He points his gun at you, and he's just like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get on the ground!" He's pointing his gun at you.
If I go to the ground, I'm taking your friend with me, and that's gonna hurt a lot for him.
Yeah, in this initiative, let me just set this real quick aside. Okay, on Rio, you see all this going down. What are you doing?
Oh man. What are you doing?
Should I just trank him?
The guard? Yes.
The
Actually.
Yeah.
one that's standing
Yeah.
still, probably.
About you.
But he's on Yeah,
Hey, if you want to drive, go ahead.
So I'll get out and as I was getting out, I'll basically be like, look, we're trying to do the right thing and take these people, these ladies that we've rescued, to a church to be safe. We're just passing through.
So while they're yelling at, the one guy's yelling at Coupler, what the fuck are you doing? The other guy's pointing his gun, saying, get out of the vehicle, get on the ground, and they're yelling. And what are you saying?
I'm basically saying, look, we just need to take these girls to this church. We said that. You've interrupted that. Just let us go, and we won't have any issues.
It's right then that another PD car pulls up behind their vehicle that's behind you. Right when you're saying that, and you say that, the other guy's still grappled by Coupler, but the other guy's just yelling. He's like, "Get on the fucking ground!" And he's got his gun at Coupler, and he looks at you, and he's like, "Get out of the vehicle! Get on the fucking ground!" Hollow.
For right now.
Yeah, I don't think any persuasion checks are gonna work at this point.
Probably not.
It could have worked. Almost worked. I was trying to. Okay, sarcasm was. Okay. But yeah, I really don't know what to do with this. I'm just. Jeez. You're just gonna get us all shot.
Sorry.
Okay, I think I should. Is unsheathing my arm thing its own action?
What is it?
I think it is.
What is it?
Using
Your
her
pop-up
pop-up
weapon?
blade?
No. If it's a pop-up weapon, it should be able to just pop up, just like a hidden holster. Grabbing that, it doesn't take an action.
What is it?
She has
It
a
has
pop-up
pop-up
weapon.
heavy weapon.
Oh, okay.
Essentially giant claw, like the Mantis weapons from 2077,
Oh, okay.
but a little bigger. Like 4 or 5d6, I think. It's not nice.
But yeah, the guy's yelling at you, to get out of the vehicle and get on the ground, just like he's yelling at everyone. But he's got his gun pointed at Coupler. But yeah, what are you doing, Hollow?
Okay, I'm going to. Because I'm a stubborn person, I'm gonna roll conversation.
Don't think they're gonna listen at this point.
Yeah, if you could, give me
Into
persuasion. But I am putting a negative modifier on that because of the situation.
Okay, persuasion, and I'm gonna put 4 luck into that.
Never have I won this year roll before.
Yeah, what are you saying to him?
Okay. Look, he's an idiot, but we can solve this whole thing. He will get up and let go of your partner. We're not the bad guys. He's just an idiot.
I appreciate the kind of words, Hollow.
Yeah, well, he still has his gun at Coupler. He kind of looks at you, hears you say that. It's not really persuading him to change what he's doing, but he definitely yells at Coupler, "Okay, then let him the fuck go!" And he's got his gun at you.
Coupler, gently.
But it's Raven's turn. That's what Hollow says during all this chaos. Remember, all this is kind of happening at the same time. But Raven, what do you do during all this? You see all this shit going down.
Yeah, I'm still sitting in the passenger seat, so I nonchalantly roll the window down, and I casually pick my handgun, my very heavy-handled pistol, and point it at the cop and say, "Do you want to get shot tonight? Let's just." I feel
like your
That's
team
my
is
Raven.
Your team is so conflicted. Like some of you are trying to handle it smooth and talk, and then Coupler and Raven are pulling guns and shit. So it's very difficult to gauge what you guys want to do.
Raven is not really feeling good.
Brian says, "This is going well."
Swear.
Laughing my ass off. He said.
30 minutes from therapy.
I haven't got therapy yet. I'm a little bit on combat zone here.
Okay,
so you loose cannon.
So you pull out your what?
My very heavy pistol and just point it at him. It's like, if we're pointing at each other, might as well.
All right. Yeah. During all this, you point it out and pull it. He still has his gun on Coupler. Let's see, Coupler. It's over to you.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. This the guy you grabbed. It's his turn. I forgot.
Oh, okay.
He's right before you. Sorry. Yeah, he's basically trying to break free.
Squiggling.
Yeah.
Wiggle, wiggle.
Okay. You got to give me your brawling, Coupler.
Okay, do you brawling again? This is so not gonna go well.
Yeah, he's trying to break free
Alright.
from it. I did decent.
Good dice.
Yeah, he breaks free from your grapple. So yeah, that's what he does. He basically like breaks free and gets loose
And
of
that's
it.
with the -2?
Yeah, and the guy points the gun at you or whatever. Yeah, or he still has his gun pointed at you, the other guy. But that guy's action is basically breaking free from the grapple, and he takes a few steps back. But now it's your turn, Coupler.
Get him.
Surrender!
Give him $1.
And as he gets back and gets gets loose, and don't forget he still has his gun too. But when he does that and breaks loose, he's like, "Get on the fucking ground!" as he's backing up. The other guy still has his gun pointed at you. But yeah, Coupler, it's your turn. And then it's the other cop, by the way. But go on.
That's the other cop too?
Well, it's your turn now, though. What do you want to do? That's what just happened. And during this time, I know this is just a few seconds, but that other cop car that pulled up behind him, you see the door open and another cop stepping out.
That was the quickest response time in ever.
Oh yeah, they were nearby. You can actually,
just see 'em.
and you can actually hear more sirens approaching. It sounds like a lot more.
Woo-hoo. Gonna get shot up.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't feel like dealing with the PD here. So I'm gonna do something probably stupid again.
Yeah,
Well-
you can hear the sirens approaching. Yeah, but yeah, it's your
Yeah,
turn.
okay,
What
go.
are you doing?
No matter what, I was gonna get shot at.
I mean, it probably is like jump in the car and like go.
Yeah, that's about my only option outside of somebody else driving the car away and leaving me for essentially be arrested for a good amount of time. But
Oh.
yeah, okay. I'll jump back in the car and drive off if I can.
Well, you can jump back in the car. You won't be able to drive off.
Another action.
Yeah, but you can at least jump back in the vehicle.
Close the door. Is that another move?
Yeah, you can close the door. I'll say. Since it
Jump
was
in the car and just
since
jump my...
it, since it was open, because typically it'd be an action to open a car door, get in it, and to enter a vehicle. It was already open. He pulled you out.
Jump
So
in the
you,
car and just hit the gas with my hand and not start steering. And like this.
Okay.
Would I be able to do that?
no. You can jump in the
So
car.
horrible.
Uh,
Alright, I'm gonna jump in the car and probably one of us is gonna get shot.
Though. No Netrunner hacking things, or is he not actually there?
Nothing to really hack.
Yeah,
here.
they're in a vehicle.
Nope.
They got pulled over by the PD, the district PD in Little Europe. But yeah, you jump into the car. When you do that, the other guy, who's on the passenger side or whatever, takes a shot at you.
through the car?
As he's getting in the car. Remember, all this is kind of happening within 3-second intervals. So
Yeah,
as Coupler's breaking free from the guy and getting in the thing, the guy sees him break free and going back into the car instead of getting on the ground and listening to the PD. So he shoots at him.
Luckily I'm in the car.
Yeah, this is hard to read. How I have.
Man, if it ricochets and hits me, I'm shooting you in the foot, Coupler.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I dread you myself.
Okay. Is your reflexator higher?
No, mine is not.
Okay, yeah, then it's a hit.
Now, did he hit me or he hit the car?
No, he shot you as you were getting into the car. Yeah. Uh, 11 points of damage.
He didn't actually break my armor. Armor's
Yeah.
12.
Yep. So yeah, he does that. The other cop, seeing that, starts like picking up the pace and like is, heading towards your vehicle, the cop car that pulled in the back, and another cop steps out of that passenger side of that vehicle. So now there's two other cops approaching. But when that guy shoots, they kind of pick up their pace a little bit.
Do you want my flash grenade?
On Rio, you see all this shit going down?
I jump back in the car.
Okay.
Leave that girl on the floor. Fuck her. I don't give a shit.
Well, I can't get to her anyway. She's on the other side.
Yeah,
So,
just leave her there.
Yeah, I'll jump in the car and then I guess just close the door.
Okay. Yeah, you can jump in the car and close the door. And yeah, like I said, he shot off at Coupler. All attention is for the most part on Coupler because he was fighting with the other cop. They're yelling at everyone to get on the ground, whatever, but you easily jump back in the car and close the door. Hollow, it's over to you. And by the way, the whole time, Daniela is just like this, like kind of shaking. She's just kind of in the back seat, like, oh shit, can't believe shit's going down. And that other girl is still on the ground, shaking. She never moved.
Yeah, she's a bit too far away for me to grab, ain't she?
Your
yeah.
door's not even open.
Yeah, I mean, you would have to like get out of the vehicle and get her, Because remember, I don't think you got out of the vehicle, Hollow, did you? You're still sitting in it.
No.
Yeah, so you're.
No.
Try to convince her to come in.
Is your door even open?
No, it isn't.
Yeah, I think my door's open.
Yeah, the door's open. The girl opened it
Oh.
trying to get out. Remember, she like jumped
okay,
out,
that's
but then got past Hollow, but she talked her into not running off.
Oh.
At least for a
Close the door.
moment.
Let's go. Fuck her.
I mean, you can say
You can hear
might
more
go.
sirens approaching.
Oh yeah, we can.
Literally, you can hear them thanks to
Yeah,
Sirenscape.
you can hear
Hell
'em.
yeah.
Okay, like,
More sirens are approaching.
I'm about to throw a grenade. Get him in the car. Let's go.
okay, so like I reach out like, hey, just grab my hand, let's get out of here.
Yeah, she's not moving. She's still just kind of like shaking. And yeah, she's not even acknowledging you. She doesn't even look up when you say that. Raven.
Whatever, she'll be fine.
I'm about to throw a flash bomb. Don't I have what is it? A flash grenade?
Yeah, two of them.
Yeah, you do have 2 flash grenades.
All right, I look over to Coupler. I'm like, "You ready to drive off? I'm gonna throw it."
And
Yeah.
right as you
I'm not gonna argue.
yeah, and right as you say that to Coupler, and remember it's the next turn is that cop on that side or whatever. But right when you're about to do that, you hear those sirens in the distance that were getting closer and closer. Come kind of like super close, whizzing up. There's a bunch of sirens from police and emergency vehicles and such. More than just like District PD or whatever. And you can hear it just blaring up. And right as you're getting ready to kind of throw that flash grenade, they all kind of like whiz past. You see a bunch of emergency vehicles and District PD just kind of tear past you guys. And that cop that was backing up from Coupler, you hear his radio going off and stuff, and he's kind of like looking, and he looks at the other cop, and he's like, fuck! And the other guy just kind of like looks kind of like shocked and puts his gun down. That guy basically tells you everyone to calm down, and they seem to change their mood drastically.
All right, I'm putting the pin. Finger.
Well, they didn't see you. They're mostly looking at Coupler.
I know, but I'm sitting in the passenger seat with itchy finger.
no, two fingers.
Yeah, and give me a perception roll.
Alright, hold on.
Her or everybody?
Everybody can get it since
Everybody.
you guys are all kind of in the same little area and vehicle.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
Coupler and I are kind of distracted.
Well, yeah,
I did
Coupler
just get shot.
Coupler
again.
definitely
That's true.
should be. He got shot at for wrestling around with this cop. But yeah, Raven and Hollow, you guys noticed that those 2 PD that were getting out the district, They turned around and ran back into their vehicle, and they're starting to like pull out, maybe following the herd. You see another herd of emergency vehicles approaching and kind of tearing past you. The one cop is kind of like looking at the other guy's like, fuck. And he's like talking on his radio. He's like, everybody just calm the fuck down. And he like kind of like backs up and is like going back to his vehicle. The other cop is still standing there. He's looking at the cop and he looks back at you and he raises his gun back up and is pointing it at you, Coupler.
Oh, is he gonna follow through or what? Because at this point, I already shot by your buddy.
No, he's just pointing it at you as the other guy was saying calm down and freaking out on his radio and heading back to the vehicle. But he's just kind of like pointing it at you and saying the same thing, telling you to calm down and nobody move. But they seem less pissed and authoritative and more like anxious.
Hey, I'm perfectly calm until I got dragged out of a car and shot.
It sounds like
he says, you fucking grappled my partner. Everyone just stay where the fuck you are. Stay right here. Just nobody move. And he has his gun still pointed at you.
Aren't you guys gonna go follow your friends? Looks like they need help instead of dealing with us.
And on Rio, what are you doing? It's your turn.
So you said that the two that were getting out of the vehicle, they've now gone back.
Just one.
Yeah, the two that pulled up behind the other PD, that were kind of coming up on y'all when they heard the gunshot and kind of picked up pace when that whole herd and more herds of emergency vehicles went by. They kind of like turn. You saw them get on the radios and turn and run back to their vehicles and start pulling out.
I'll tell the dude that's got his gun on Coupler, be like, sounds like you guys have something way better to do than deal with some guys, and girls helping out, some unfortunate souls.
Or unfortunate
to a
souls?
church.
Yeah, he's you can give me conversation.
All right. I'll use 2 luck on that. Oh God.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you didn't even need to use luck.
Yeah, I crit failed on that
Nice.
too myself, just so you know.
Okay.
So that was great, and your luck.
24.
Yeah, so you tell him that that there's more serious things to tend to. It seems.
It sounds like they're with all your buddies that just went by. It sounds like you got something more important to deal with than us. Runners here. We're just trying to save some people and get back to a church. So why don't you go take care of the real problems?
And he's just like looking. He's like, "Fuck me, fuck!" And then his partner that was going back to his vehicle, you see, he hops in the vehicle and like pulls up. His sirens start going off, and he just yells at the window. He's like, "Dude, let's fucking go!" And the guy's just like, "Fuck!" Looks at you and goes, "You guys got lucky. Get the fuck out of our district!" And he runs over and jumps in the car, and they pull off. And another herd of emergency vehicles start tearing down the road.
Coupler, go. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
I'm going to follow him and see what's going on. Of course I'm going to go.
We'll get the
we
girl
probably
off the
get
floor
her.
Yeah, like I motion like in now. Like I'm not really nice about it. Like let's go.
Yeah, I wanted to leave her, so.
She's like, I told you it'd work out.
Yeah, it's over. It's over to Hollow. On Rio, just convinced that guy that there's more important things. The other guy was calling him in the car. Anyways, they took off. Hollow, it's your turn.
I get the girl back in the car, just going like, dude, I told you, it's okay. I'm sorry you got grappled, but like, we're almost there. Come on, home stretch.
Yeah, when the cops pull off and stuff, she actually kind of lifts up and sees him. She's like, "Oh, okay, are they gone?"
Yes.
Yeah.
She crawls back into the car and crawls over your lap back into the center. And she just kind of head down. Daniela's still not really looking up. Raven.
I didn't get to throw my grenade. I'm a little upset.
She just sets it off in the car. Tosses it.
All dead.
Tosses it in the back seat.
Team
Hey, we're just-
Lameness is done.
Been blind for next 5 minutes.
Yeah, but okay, we'll coupler over. I guess Raven, you put the pin back in, put it back in your pocket, whatever. Coupler.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Just gonna drive off at this point.
Okay.
This is why I don't pay taxes in the city. These cops suck.
All right, yeah. So you get back in the car. It seems like every district PD and emergency vehicle is probably heading in the same direction across town or whatever they're doing, because you saw a few, caravans of emergency vehicles in PD, and obviously something happened enough to make them take off as well, even in the middle of that situation. But yeah, you can pull out into traffic, and what do you want to do? Carry on.
Just start heading back to the Holy Church, over in Little Europe. Drop off these girls, meet King, get on the rest of the night. Day.
All right, yeah, you get over
Whatever
to
time hour it is.
Yeah. You're like a block away from the Holy Angels Church. You pull up there. It's a multi-story cathedral. It's fairly large. The place is known for helping people with guidance or being a sort of sanctuary to people that need it, as long as you're not armed and coming in there to cause problems or whatever. But yeah, you're pulling up to the church. The guy running it is Father Kevin. We'll say you guys are aware of who he is. His reputation's big enough in that church, but none of you have really met him or been there before.
I'll let
Yeah.
Copper deal with this.
Yeah, this is his thing. I'm gonna sit in the car with my guns.
That's even more scary than the cops shooting me.
I guess I'll go with Copper.
I already did
That way
his
we
dirty
can-
work and got the girl out. We can go deal with this rest of the
So
shit.
Raven and Hollow will stay in the car with the ladies. Raven petting and polishing her guns. Coupler and Onryo can get out. You're pretty much parked in the parking lot on the side of the cathedral. There's a few other cars in the parking lot, but other than that, not a lot of shit going on. It's getting, it's nighttime, early night. And you hear another caravan of sirens whipping by. But yeah, you get up to the cathedral. The front's open. You can go in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in, see if I can find someone who's actually part of the church, if there's anybody in there.
Yeah, when you go in, you can see, what's presumably Father Kevin. You can see a priest, an older gentleman, on the other side of the church, past all the pews. There's a few people sitting randomly in there. Other than that, it's absolutely quiet and just a fairly empty church for the night.
All right, I'll go up to Father Kevin and in the most nice way the coupler can, just introduce myself as Cyrus Smith. Let him know I have some poor forgotten souls that need some help right now, and ask him if someone by the name of what is my friend's name? What's King's real name again?
King was
Naboo.
Yeah,
hadn't
Naboo.
come in yet.
But yeah, when you walk up, he greets you. He says, "Yes, I'm Father Kevin." He's like, "Everyone's welcome here that's looking for peace or sanctuary." You have a couple ladies that need help. You say, "What do you need help with?"
I'll give him the rundown of the girls got snatched off the street, sold to a meat market, and we just got them out of a brothel over in Little China, and they need somewhere safe for the time being. One of the husbands should be coming here, and I don't know about the other girl.
Oh, my son, bring him in right away. You're safe here. And you see him, he gets on his agent, and then you can hear him saying, like, "Oh, please come out. We need some more assistance. We need help. There's people that need help." And he gets off the phone.
So I'll walk back out, and then I'll go, grab the, tell them, okay, we can, go in. So I'll, go get the two girls and bring them in.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. You go out. You can get the two girls. Raven, Hollow, are you guys staying in the vehicle? Or are you going in with the girls on Rio?
I'm gonna stay outside. Can I do an observation or perception and look around and see what's going on in the area?
Yeah, Hollow, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go with the girls.
Okay.
I guess I'll do a perception check as well.
Okay, yeah, you can both give me perception as you're going in with the girls and as Raven stays at the vehicle. Yeah, great rolls. So yeah, you notice, like I said,
Rob, real quick, while Coupler was telling the father, what was going on, can I look, now that I have a moment, look and see what it was that I grabbed out of that safe?
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, you're while he was talking, you were standing there part of the conversation. But I can say, when you go back to the car to let them know, hey, girls, you have a safe place. Let's go inside or whatever. You can look real quick and check it out. But first, let's get these perception things done. Raven, as you look around, as Onrio's coming out to get the girls, and Hollow, as you're getting the girls out of the vehicle to go in with Onrio, both of you notice that there's a few vehicles in the parking lot. Like I said, it's nighttime. People walk around the city streets, things like that. You notice that there's some guy kind of in the back of the parking lot of the church. It looks like he's doing drugs or something. But that's all you really notice going on.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the car, and they don't really need me to go in the church. No, I don't feel like going to church.
Yeah, and Onrio, when you look
at burst in the flames.
Yeah, and what you grabbed out of that safe, you basically grabbed like a bundle and a stack or something. It looks like there's a stack of some Euro bucks. You got a stack of Eddies. There's a couple cred chips. There also looks like there's like a bag of some type of drugs or something. But just at a glance, that's what you see. You'd really have to sit down and count it and go through it for me to give you details. But you do see that, like I said, stack of actual cash, a couple cred chips, bag of drugs of some kind, it looks like.
All right.
Give me the drugs.
So yeah, I'll we'll go back inside and I'll walk.
Mix those two together, see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. You guys go in. You bring the girl.
Like here, the two, that.
Yeah, you go back in. Raven stays at the vehicle. Everybody else takes the girls in. Father Kevin's in there. He just is real polite. You see another young man comes out from a side door back near where you guys were standing in the front of the church or whatever. Seems to be maybe some type of assistant or something to that degree. Altar boy or something, who knows. But he definitely comes out to help. He had like some bottles of water and like a couple towels and stuff, and he's just waiting for some type of emergency. But you all come in. They're kind of surprised at the girls, and he gestures over. The guy grabs a couple robes off of a rack off the side, and they kind of like try to dress the girls since they're just standing there in lingerie. He says, we can take them back here. Why don't we all go back into my office? Let's go to the back.
So yeah,
I'll follow him in.
Where he's at.
Yeah, he basically just takes you into the back. Looks like it's his office. There's like a little waiting room too on the side, and kind of like their hangout or whatever. But yeah, you get back there. He sits down. He gestures for all of you to sit down. There's some chairs. There's a couch in the back. But he says, so what exactly happened? What do you need me to do? What should we do now?
Honestly, just provide sanctuary to appoint over Daniela, like her, until her husband can get her, and then from there, I'm at a loss. It's not my job to really help people out of these situations. It's not something I'm used to.
And then as far as the other girl, like, so I'll ask her, like, where do you ultimately need to go back to?
Yeah, the other girl tells you that she lives in the old combat zone. And she's like, I just need to get back to my family. She's like, if I could just get back over there, I know my husband's got to be worried.
Is there somebody I can contact to have them meet you here?
Yeah, she gives you a number, or asks to call, I guess.
So she gives me the number. Then yeah, I'll call him on my agent.
Yeah, it's a guy that answers. He's just kind of confused why you're calling.
What was her name? I think you mentioned it before, but I don't remember.
I can't remember what we had. I didn't have it here, but I don't know. I don't know if we did name her, but
I don't think we ever did.
No.
We may not have.
Yeah, we can just say Jen. That's fine.
Jen. All right, fine.
With a G for generic, but yeah, Jen.
Yeah, generic. I like that. So I'll be like, hey, I have I believe your wife here, Jen.
Wait, you have Jen?
Yeah, we pulled her out of a situation. So we're at the I'll name the church and the location if he doesn't know where it's at.
Yeah, he gets off the phone right away. He's like, I'm gonna be right there. He gets off the phone. And Coupler, did you need to call King?
I'm gonna call King again, let him know where we are. We got her here safely.
He's like, oh my God, you got her?
We got her.
Did you get my daughter? Did you get my kid?
Not yet. That's another work in progress.
Oh, fuck. He's like, where are you? Where are you now?
We're at the Holy Angels over in Little Europe.
I'll be there right away. He gets off the phone. So yeah, unless there's anything particular that you want to get into conversation with Father Kevin or anything along those lines, or the girls, I can kind of streamline to King and the guy showing up.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing else that I want to, other than I guess, if there's time, figure out, spend that time to figure out what exactly I grab.
You could do that. You could kind of go. I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to go out to the car and try to privately count it? Or do you want to do it right here? What do you want to do?
I'll go back out to the car.
Okay.
I don't need to stay in here at this point. This is, Cupler's thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Come bother me.
Just,
Come bother me.
Excuse myself and be like, I'm glad that I mentioned to the two girls. I'm glad that we got you out of that situation. Sorry, it seemed to be we had to kind of play a little bit to do it, but it was hopefully worth it. So, and then I'll head out to the car.
Yeah, you go out there. Raven's out there just chilling. She's already spent some of the money. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, you get
I'm
out there.
sniffing the drugs. I'm like
Yeah, you can do that. We'll say by the time by the time the guys get there, you're able to kind of go through it. There's a couple cred chips. One has 50 creds on it. The other one has, we'll say, 20. And then you count about 5,200 Euro bucks in there. And there's also, like I said, some type of bag of drugs. Looks like, I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 grams of something, some type of powder. But you're not that familiar. You're not that type of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what you get. Right then, the guys kind of pull up almost around the same time. They're both, live out in the combat zone, kind of coming from the same distance. Probably hauled ass just the same to get to their women. But yeah, they both kind of pull up. Get inside. We'll say all of you get back to that office and are introduced and mingled. They're so excited. They're hugging their wives, and the wives start crying, and they're just so excited to see each other. King starts crying. He's just like thanking the hell out of all of you. He's just like, oh my God, thank you so much. I can't believe you got her. And then he like looks at her and he's like, did you tell them as much as you can? Just tell them everything that you know. We still got to get my baby. You got to tell them. And she's just like, yeah, I told him everything. I don't know. I was being kept underground. I know that. They took us to some other location, wherever we were. I don't know, but then they took us to some other location where they were like selling us off or something, but I couldn't see. And then I got taken to the brothel, but I could see out on the way. We were somewhere near that big scavenger depot place outside of the city. That's all I know, but I don't know any specifics. She starts crying. King starts kind of, hugging her, and he's just like, it's okay. You did your best. And he like looks to all of you and looks to you, Cupler, and he's just like, can you help? Can you do something? Can you find her?
Yeah, I said I would. And doesn't look like the night's done yet. So you guys stay safe right now. I'll call you when I have something more.
Oh my God, thank you so much. And he just like hugs this girl, and then he like looks towards Father Kevin, and he gives him a hug too, and he's just like, thank you so much. And then the other guy, same thing. He's just thanking all of you and hugging his woman Jen, and then he just kind of like turns to you and he's like, I got like 15 bucks, and he's like trying to hand it over to all you. He's like, it's all I got. Thank you so much.
Not gonna take it because that's at this point that's not even worth it. And
yeah.
It seems like he needs it a lot more than I do.
He just kind of like, he's like, oh my God,
it was. Yeah.
Can't thank you enough. He puts the money back in his pocket, and he's just like, you see them all getting teary-eyed and shit. It's a pretty emotional moment, as you can imagine. But yeah, after a moment and they regain composure, they all leave, happy. King reiterates, please do whatever you can. Call me as soon as you know anything. You can tell even though he got his wife back, obviously he doesn't have his kid. He's still really fucked up in the head over this. But they leave. He's trusting that you'll help.
Hit up Ryu while he's in the car. I'm gonna ask him to send me that the location of the place that we know they have body, like the
meat market. People we know.
The meat market. Yeah, I'm gonna ask him to send me that to the GPS coordinates.
GPS coordinates. Yeah, so I'll send that to him.
You send that coordinates to whatever that pickup location, meat market pickup location sort of thing that you got from that creepy Dave dude who seems to be into human trafficking stuff or whatever he was doing. But yeah, you've got it. You got the location, and like I said, it's kind of out in the Badlands, out in the middle of nowhere. But it is somewhat near that scavenger depot area. It is on that part of town, past the Haywood, Santo Domingo sort of area, like out past there.
Yeah, so when King and Daniela are I'm going to pull Father Kevin away from him. I'm going to let him know that. So I'm going to go here tonight because I think that's where I'm going to find the girl. And if I don't come back, whatever contacts or whatever resources you have that can know someone or do something, send them here afterwards because a lot of souls need to be saved. And, well, that's your job and your boss's, not mine. So if I don't come back, send somebody else that can probably do a better job. I'll give them the coordinates and just sort of head towards the car, gathering everybody else along the way.
Giving that to who?
The Father Kevin.
Oh, okay.
The one person who's actually decent in this city.
Yeah, he takes the information. He's like, my son, just be careful. You're on a God's mission. If things don't work out, I'll try to tell somebody that can help. And he takes the information.
God left the city a long time ago. Yeah, so.
But yeah, he agrees. He seems like he said, kind of a genuine guy, A rarity.
I'll let the team know. I'll let the team know they don't have to come with again because this one's probably gonna be a lot worse. And see how much money we actually have. Because best case scenario, we buy the girl. Worst case scenario, we take her out the hard way.
Well, he just found that money from the
we'll say you guys kind of wrap up.
I don't know that yet.
We'll say you wrap up things with Father Kevin, as you said you did, and you went out to the car. You guys are in the car right now, kind of gathering your plans. Coupler, reiterate, have that conversation with everybody. Let's have you guys kind of discuss what you want to do from here.
Well, you guys came with me this far, but I still got to get King's daughter. So I know we're going to go somewhere. These meat market guys probably aren't going to play nice. So you guys don't have to come if you don't want to. Hopefully we can either buy her and be done with it, or we have to do things the hard way and take her out by force, in which case it's going to get real bad real quick.
Well, luckily, I found this, and I'll whip out the 5,200 eddies. Be like,
Sticky
hey,
fingers.
that safe had a decent amount in it, so.
I send you in to get a girl, and you get an extra girl and a wad of cash.
Hey, it
okay.
worked out, Got to, have some people play some slip and slide.
Oh God, I do not want to imagine that.
You don't know what that slip and slide's up.
Well, either way, I'm more worried that you might burn this. If we take on the meat market and things go south, I'm just worried my kid might not be so happy about one of his suppliers being something going wrong there. But I appreciate you guys coming with me if you want to.
That's the kind of stuff that I'm not really down with, so that's one of the reasons why I don't work for Kid exclusively.
Well, you tell him that. He seems to have other things in mind.
He didn't seem, when we mentioned it to him, he didn't seem all that, he's like, oh yeah, meat market, I have my own stuff, but it didn't sound like he was super into that part of it, but, he could have been lying too.
Somebody for the team, give me a 1d10.
Just anybody?
Yeah, who wants to roll for the team here? I figure it's more fun if you do it.
I'll do it.
To sacrifice ourselves.
Yeah.
To the dice gods.
One.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
you did.
Yeah, while you guys are having this conversation in the parking lot of the church, you basically can see a two-person camera and interview team on the sidewalk on the other side of the parking lot, and they seem to be trying to get a story on a subject. You can see some guy across the street kind of like yelling at them, and they're kind of like approaching them. You see lights, and the guy's got like the mic and the camera, like they're trying to talk to somebody. And right then a firefight kind of breaks out, and shots are being fired back and forth. You can see the media's kind of like duck back and pull out some weapons, and there's like a little gunfight kind of going on right there on the other side of the parking lot.
We should get out of here.
And just so you know, shout out to Cyberpunk RED Encounters. They're an app that everyone can get for free. And the guys that made it are really cool. They actually watch our stream and support Cyberpunk Uncensored. And that app is from Cyberpunk RED. It's the official encounter table, but in an app. So I'm just going to try to use that once in a while and give them a shout out because I really like it.
More ways to try to get us killed. Outstanding.
Yeah, okay, let's
All right.
go. We don't need to be involved in that. We're already not exactly in the top of Little Europe district.
Yeah,
TD's,
let's see. How many districts can I not go into anymore without being shot at? I think I'm going on 4 now.
But yeah,
All right, so I'm gonna start heading over to outside Haywood to the coordinates.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys start pulling out of the parking lot and leaving, you can hear those gunshots going off, and the firefight's kind of building up, and you can hear some sirens approaching. So definitely a good time to get out of there, probably. So that was a good idea.
Yeah, I forgot to ask. Hollow, Raven, you guys. So everybody in? No one's gonna duck out of this one.
I got nothing else to do.
Of course you don't.
I'm itching to shoot somebody, so I got nothing else to do.
How long will it take us to get there?
It'd probably take from where you guys are probably a couple hours.
Okay.
You guys will get there pretty late in the night.
In that time because these guys need it.
What?
What?
Need therapy.
Oh, well, that's a week.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't.
that's the weakest stuff.
Yeah,
car.
Especially Raven with how much therapy she needs. That might take much longer than a car ride. But yeah, unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, or phone calls or things you want to do during that ride, I can kind of streamline it. You just let me know.
Sending some text to the bartender, but that's not.
Okay.
The Night City Slammers with
Yeah, she
armor
actually-
you. See if you saw the game.
Yeah, you text. What was her name? Janice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you text her. Good thinking. That was cool that you remembered her. But yeah, she texts back. She's like, "Oh shit, what's up?"
Aw.
I'm just gonna check my agent.
Yeah,
What are you saying?
she's flirting a little, and she asks Hollow, when can we get together?
I think I'm free this weekend. There's any good places?
Yeah, she texts back a smiley face and a restaurant address, and like, why don't we do dinner this weekend?
I'd love
Little heart emoji shows up. Anybody else?
Aw.
Anybody else have anything they want to?
Oh,
Do
yeah.
before you get there?
So, one of my programs was deleted last time to my backup drive.
That's right.
So I'm going to take one of the hours that we're driving to restore that.
Okay. Cool.
So we don't even need to bother with the fact that we originally said stored and found out that that doesn't actually get deleted. on
Exactly. In fact, we should mention that for anybody that watched that last session. Let
That's
them
true.
know what you found out about that.
So, last session I ended up getting attacked by a Black Ice killer that deleted, if it dereses one of your programs, it will, rather than deresing it, it actually destroys it. Well, we thought it was, we just kind of rolled randomly to see which of the 3 programs I had used, sword, worm, or armor, and it came up sword. But I found out later, because they actually made some modifications to the book, that sword attack programs are activated, used, and then deactivated immediately afterwards.
Yeah. So attack
it wouldn't have
programs.
been
Yeah, attack
so
programs
it
are
has
different.
no res, and it has no. It wouldn't have been activated at that point.
Yeah.
So
So
the only valid programs would have been arm or worm, which at this point it doesn't matter because I would restore one of those from the backup drive to
exactly.
back to my deck. So
But at least you did it, and you had this time to do it, so it all makes
Yeah.
sense, and it's fair now, so we're all good.
yeah.
All right, so yeah, you restore it.
Yeah.
If everyone else is good, I'll say you guys are out in the middle of nowhere. Let me see if I can change up these sounds a little bit because you are kind of leaving the city, and you're getting out towards, kind of barren desert wastelands, something along those lines. So we got a cool sound set here from Sirenscape that fits that. You guys leave the city. It's getting out into the wastelands. It's definitely super late now. It's dark as fuck out here. There's not a lot of support. There's not a lot of lights and things like that. The occasional, caravan might go by or something along that lines, or a big cargo transport caravan or something along that. But especially in the middle of the night, not a lot of people driving around out here in these, this part of the world. But you guys are getting closer to those coordinates that you had. You can kind of see up ahead. You've just passed the scavenger depot that you guys met Kid at before. That huge two football field stadium, whatever size, dump and reclaim area that all the scavengers use as kind of like a reclaimed scavenger depot. You've passed that. You're going miles past that. You can still kind of see it off in the distance, but you're getting up to where those coordinates are. It looks like you're going to have to get off the main road and go down what looks like a real beaten dirt road, barely there.
So while we're kind of getting close, what is our viewpoint here? Are we going to try to just say, hey, let's hey, we're here looking for
Looking to buy?
Looking to buy. How much? And we have a description of a picture of the kid. How much for somebody of that description, or how did you guys want to go about this?
Well, I was just gonna play it by ear, see how things get when they're there, see how welcoming they are to people they don't know showing up to these coordinates. We could always say Big Dave sent us.
We could.
Albeit if they call the vet, he might be pissed off.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yep.
But,
So, yeah.
but,
Can almost guarantee we're probably going to get shot at least a little bit.
Let's see.
We can send in Hollow, maybe she can talk her way in and say she's buying some people for experiments. Let her play mad scientist.
No.
We got the cash, why not?
Well, kids would heal a little bit better. Never mind. Don't listen to me.
I guess we'll play it by ear.
Well, you don't want to send me in there, so.
We have.
Yeah, no,
You might just
basically
scare the
5
hell out of them. You're our ace in the hole. Because you would shoot everybody in there, which is not a bad thing almost.
Just run in shooting. That's it.
We've had worse plans.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you guys.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, you guys gonna pull off down this little beaten dirt road or whatever?
We're doing it.
All right, cool. Yeah, you guys basically pull down that road. Everybody, give me a perception.
Perception. I am not very perceptive.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't like the dark.
Yeah, it seems like Coupler and Onryo, as usual, are not paying attention. It's weird that these rolls are. It always seems like when one of you does bad on perception, the other one doesn't. You guys are like two peas in a pod, maybe best buddies when it comes to that shit. Coupler's driving. I picture Onryo's like flipping through the money, all excited. You're not really paying attention to surroundings.
Yeah, that's interesting.
But Hollow, it's like
still loading my program.
Yeah, that's true. Hollow, like I described earlier, old dirt road going down, lots of garbage everywhere, pretty barren. Raven, you definitely can see up ahead a small beat up shack. You can see it's super late. The skies are a little bit darker than in this image, but this best represents kind of what you're looking at. But you're pulling down this old dirt road. There's a beat up shack. You can basically see a beat up car kind of pull out from the side of the shack and just kind of hauls ass past you down the dirt road, like heading from where you came from. Aside from that, Raven, you notice, and the rest of you aren't noticing, this is what Raven's noticing with that roll, but you can see that there's a man up by the shack still standing there. Looks like he's ready to mount some type of makeshift rusted cyber bike. Like you can see a cyber bike up there, but it looks like it's kind of, I don't know, scrapped together and kind of rusted, but he looks like he's kind of getting on it. And Hollow, you noticed that too. We'll say that you noticed that. The guy, as you're kind of coming down the dirt road, Raven, you notice that the guy like looks off and he's kind of like looking towards you, like pulling up, and he just looks a little bit confused. But back over to y'all. And Raven, you can portray that information to the team if you want, quickly.
Yeah, I relay it all back to them. Like, hey, there's somebody up close. There's another car. We obviously all saw the car go past us, but there is somebody still up there.
Yeah.
So I have my gun ready.
And this is the same coordinates we were reaching, or
This is the coordinates. Yeah, you're just about there. I mean, the shacks is the coordinates.
Outstanding.
And
all right.
And from here, Raven, with that roll, you know, you can definitely see off in the distance.
Underground.
That scavenger depot, like Daniela kind of described, saying when she was taken from some underground place or whatever and brought to some other location to be sold or dealt with, she did get a peek on the way out, and it's kind of like how that was described. But you guys are pulling up. The guy's looking kind of confused. What do you guys want to do?
We'll
Ask for
pull
directions.
Well, we'll pull up good, like maybe 10 feet away from him, get out, and hopefully get his attention in a very peaceful way.
Okay.
I ain't getting out. I'm gonna watch from the door and watch you get shot again.
Okay, let's do this.
Remember who fixes your guns.
Since all of you always have different plans, I'm going to pull your tokens out. I'm going to open the thing. Everyone's going to click their token and give me initiative. But hold on, just give me a second to bring it up. Don't click it yet, because I got to clear it.
We're a hot mess of a team.
Well, y'all are crazy. He's like, all right, we're all getting out. Raven's like, I'm not getting out. Like, all right, I'm going to talk him down. I'm going to shoot
I had the
him.
opportunity to leave.
Like, it's like the PD.
Y'all stick around for some weird reason.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk the cop. I'm gonna talk the cops out of the situation. I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna grapple him. Yeah, give me initiative. Let's do this.
Started it.
Oh, where's my little initiative thing? Oh, there it is.
It's up at the top left.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay,
I
cool.
closed my
Yeah, Coupler, it's you. You're pulling up. It's how I described.
All right, I'll call out to the old man. Hey, my boss wants to talk to you. Nodding my head over to Hollow.
Okay, so you want to pull up and get out of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get out and you say.
Sir, my boss wants to talk to you. We're looking to do some buying of products tonight.
And what's Raven doing?
Oh, I'm gonna sit
Or
in the
sorry, it
passenger
didn't go in order. Hollow, what's Hollow doing?
Okay,
There it is.
getting into character, getting all like snooty. I guess I don't know if I should get out of the car or not, because I guess I'll roll down my window incuriously.
Okay,
Cocky.
you roll down the window. Raven, what are you doing?
I'm gonna just sit and watch, observe, because if anything happens, I can. I have at least a door, so I kind of crack the window a little bit, just to look out.
Okay, you crack the
Doors
window.
don't protect that much.
Yeah. On Rio?
I need to breathe.
I mean, I'll go ahead and get out, but then just lean up against the car. But I'll be out of the car.
Okay, you get out, lean against the car. Coupler gets out and says, you said your boss wants to meet or do a buy. Is that what you said? You said to him?
Yeah, my boss wants to buy some product.
Okay. Yeah, give me a conversation.
All right.
Alright.
It's not bad.
Better than the previous.
Yeah, he just looks confused when you say that, and he's just like whoa, and he kind of like finishes getting on his makeshift cyber bike, and he's like yeah, I got nobody scheduled right now. He's like, who are you? What the fuck? Seems kind of confused that you're there.
I'm gonna tell him you gotta take it up with my boss. She's the one running the show. Pointing to Hollow at the window.
No, I don't know her. I got no schedule with this. Yeah. Go through the proper channels, buddy. And he starts up his cyber bike.
I'm gonna shout at him. Hey, Big Dave sent us, man.
He just looks at you kind of confused, and he's getting ready to take off on his bike.
Let him go. We can dig in the shack.
I mean, the shack's not that big, is it?
No, it's kind of
But
like how you
Holly's
see in
on
that
the ground.
picture.
Yeah.
There's something about this.
Yeah, while you guys are kind of dumbfounded by this conversation and this happening, yeah, he pulls off, not in the direction that you came from, but off, into the desert, into the wastelands, and he kind of like takes off down kind of like a beaten trail, and he just like shakes his head at you and just like takes off.
No, we can chase him down, or we can check the shack.
We should probably check
Or
the
you just
shack.
want to shoot him, Raven. I'm fine at this point.
Coupler's like, grapple. I'm grappling everybody.
I could try to shoot his wheel down to get him down. But how far is he away already?
Not far.
Only 3 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, he's just pulling out. He's heading down, but like I said, in the other direction. Like if you're looking at the shed, like that image, you pulled up from the road up to it. That car came this way, and he kind of like went off, towards like those hills and shit off in the distance.
Yeah. Like,
Hey, do you want me to shoot the tire out, or do you want to let him go? I'll shoot his tire
I
out.
want to let him go. We can follow the tracks later.
Fine. Not very happy about that. But go look in the
Yeah.
shack and see what's in there.
For
Yeah.
the first person we run across, you can shoot.
Yeah, so you guys agree on that, have that conversation and agree on that tactic or
Just
whatever.
let him go, yeah.
Yeah, and within that time, he takes off, off in the distance, off into the night, down like another beat up dirt path or whatever. What are y'all doing?
Check the shack.
Check the shack.
So as we're walking up, I guess if we're gonna go walk up to the shack, I'll just to see if, even though it doesn't look like there'd be anything out here, I'll look and see. You do a scanner check and see if I can see any sort of access point.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me it.
Eight, not great, but
No, there's not. I just wanted you to roll it for fun.
Can I look
Where's
for
your
hidden
good
objects?
What's that?
Can I look for concealed objects?
Yeah, you can do that. What are you guys doing? Are you going
I
into the
guess
shed?
we're gonna look in the
or
shack and see
from the
what if
car?
there's anything there.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay outside and just kind of keep an eye out for anybody that comes back, like motorcycle dude.
Okay,
but-
so Rio's gonna stay outside of the vehicle, but not go into the shed. What's Hollow? You were in the car, looking out the window. What are you gonna do?
Hello?
Hollow?
Hello?
Oh, sorry. I zoned out that for a second.
Now,
I'm gonna give her some
frozen.
synth coke.
yeah, you might want some
You
of the
did
drugs.
some, I don't know what it is.
Take some of those drugs and.
I should actually give it to her
deduction.
because she'd
That
probably
was
be able to tell what they are.
Yeah,
That's
you could.
true.
But yeah, you're in the car. What did you want to do while Coupler's looking in the shed or whatever, or Raven?
Well, I could probably do like a pharmaceutical check on myself, like, because I did get like shot at. Was it a crossbow or a bullet?
It was a crossbow. You
It
could
was
held
a
a
crossbow.
crossbow.
Yeah, it was a crossbow. Yeah, you could totally. Did you take damage from that? I can't remember. I think you did, right? From the biotoxins.
Yeah,
She
I
did.
Okay, yeah. Then you should
She
probably
did.
at least get your paramedic or first aid or whatever you need to stabilize. You're a med tech, so it should be
Nice.
yeah, your paramedic. Yeah, I would say with a 31, you started the healing process very well. It's almost like you know how to take care of wounds. That was crazy. So yeah, you're patching yourself up. Your skin's a little bit fucked up, but you patched it up perfectly and it's gonna heal. But it's definitely a little rotted on the edges. You had to kind of disinfect and deal with it because you could tell you were hit with the biotoxins of that crossbow. But yeah, so Rio's staying out there. Raven, you want to go in and kind of look around in the shed. Coupler, what are you doing? You going with Raven or are you staying out?
Yeah, I want to look
Wait,
around the
how
shed.
many points
Okay.
do I heal?
What was that? Hollow?
You don't heal
How many
anything.
points do
You
I
shouldn't
heal?
heal anything. You stabilize yourself.
Okay, I'm just... okay.
Yeah, we won't heal till we actually rest.
Right.
Yeah. You've at least stabilized though. You started the process, but now to actually get hit points back, you need to like have days where you don't do shit. You just have to like rest. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, Coupler, Raven, you guys go inside of the shed. Yeah, it's just a small shed, just like that picture. It's pretty much open, no open and closed door. You can see a couple poles in the back with like chains that are bolted into the poles. With like makeshift cuffs and things like that. So it looks like maybe something to cuff people up to. But that's just at face value. Raven, you said you wanted to do conceal reveal. And
Yeah.
Coupler, did you want to roll some? I saw you did deduction.
Yeah, that was actually accidental. I just hit a
okay.
click. But yeah, I did want to use deduction to see if I can see how many people come in and out, anything that's out of place, kind of getting an
Okay.
idea of
Yeah, give
what's
me
the shed used for.
Yeah. Then both of you give me whatever rolls you want to do, and I'll do it.
Oh,
Nice.
good, that's actually better.
Yeah, it's better that you did roll again because,
Yep.
yeah, you Raven, you notice like going through everything, you do find some like old syringes and drug bags, cans of empty cans of Smash and stuff like that. Definitely looks like when people come here, they party a little or do drugs. You can see some blood splattered on the wall in the back, some old crusty meat or something on the ground, maybe from a person, who knows. This place is pretty disgusting and pretty rough. And with Coupler, with that roll with deduction, I mean, you can definitely tell that this is, where they're bringing people to kind of do the do the deal. Maybe it's not where, it's not big enough per se to have like a lineup similar to like the brothel and things like that. But it's definitely where they're bringing the people to do deals. So maybe there's somewhere else you can kind of deduct from with a roll like that. You can kind of deduce this, but you got basically this is kind of like a middle area, where they do the trade.
Or they do the auction.
No, it seems like it's not big enough to really do an auction or pick out who you want or a lineup or anything like that. This is just kind of like probably like how that guy said, I have no any more meetings tonight or whatever. You can kind of deduct that, you got 16 deductions. So yeah, you can you can figure out that it is like how I described it. This is where they're coming to give the product to the person that already decided what they want, probably.
Yeah. So that middle ground sort of.
Yeah, just
not where they're storing people.
Yeah, a small remote location where they can kind of just do that. That's what you can kind of figure out. Other than that, Raven, you did a great conceal reveal. With a roll like that, like I said, you found everything I described. But other than that, nothing else.
All right.
All right. Well, don't think we're
guess
gonna be able
follow
to.
that tracks.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get in the car and let everyone know. Looks like this is the middle ground where they do the handoffs, and we're gonna have to go into where they actually have all the people, and I don't think they're gonna want to sell to us. So probably things are gonna get real bad real quick, unless we're very lucky. So I'm gonna put my shotgun fairly close to me just in case.
Okay. Yeah. What's
following that car?
I mean, it's either that or I can try contacting Kid. I just don't know if that's a good move or not.
No, I don't think we should involve Kid in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm kind of with you on that, but let's figure it out.
I feel like if we get a Kid involved, it ties back to him. He might not be happy. Get his name sullied in this process.
All right. Well, I'll get back in the car.
And do you really want to owe Kid more favors?
No, absolutely not.
That enough. I hooked him up with my connection. So, all right, I get back in the car.
I would tell Raven, on the bright side, there's a great chance you get to shoot as many people as you want.
Good. I rolled the window down with my head out the window like a puppy. Come on, let's go. Let's do this.
Kind of people, slave traders.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can all get back in the vehicle. What do you want to do? You want to couple? You said you want
to
track where he ran off to.
Okay.
So follow those cars in front of us, or follow the guy on the bike if we can.
Yeah, I mean, you don't you don't see him anymore after looking around the shack and doing what you did. He's long gone, but you do know the direction he went in. There's, like I said, another sort of worn down dirt path heading that way with garbage and shit. Like, there's only a couple paths out here, but you see that one heading off into the direction he went. So you can follow in that direction. Do you have any type of tracking skill, or does anybody?
I only have wilderness survival.
That's more than I have.
No.
Intellect stuff is not my.
Well, here's what I'll do. It's not like you don't know the direction he went. Everybody can give me a perception. The way this will go, obviously, because you know the direction he went. I'd much rather you tracking his trail, but the fact you know the direction he went should be fairly simple. So unless everybody fails at perception as horribly, I'll say you kind of are heading in the right direction.
I'll use a luck.
Okay.
A 19.
Yeah, no, that's great. Everybody did good enough. You already, like I said, you know the direction you went off into. You just follow that same sort of dirt path. And it goes on for miles, off into like the middle of fucking nowhere. Garbage, dirt path, the further you get out away from the city, you can actually see some of the red coming through the night sky. It goes from black to a little more red. But yeah, you're getting out in the middle of nowhere, and you can kind of see off in the distance, especially Raven with that perception. Raven, you can see off in the distance before everyone else some type of compound. It looks like some very high walls or fences are put up. They look solid, not like chain link fence, but more like big panels of something. It's too far in the distance to get a lot of detail, but you do see way off in the distance some type of compound or structure or something to that effect. With nothing else in the area. It's in the middle of nowhere, and obviously you're heading in that direction.
I mentioned it to everybody.
Yeah, I have a pair of binoculars. Can I hand those to Raven so hopefully she can see a little bit better of what we're driving towards?
Oh yeah, yeah. You give Raven the binoculars, and I think Raven, do you have teleoptic? I don't remember. Do you have, or no? You have targeting scope. You don't have teleoptic.
Yeah, I have a targeting scope. I would have to pull my gun out and look through it.
And even that it's not really teleoptics. That's a targeting scope. It's like a to target.
Right.
Wouldn't work as well. Binoculars definitely much better. So, yeah, you use Coupler's binoculars. Like I said, great perception. Yeah, it's totally a big compound. It's probably it's hard to get a gauge on the exact size, but you can definitely see kind of like wood and metal sheet paneling, like all the way around this compound, and it looks like that goes up about 20 or 30 feet. And then you see like kind of junker cars and trucks and things around that, kind of like stacked up, almost like it's part of the wall. And you can see like a handful of cars and cyber bikes and things like that. It's hard to make out the details of them at this distance, but you can see a bunch kind of like parked on one side of this compound, kind of facing it.
Like that's their parking lot?
That's what you see. It's really far in the distance, but at least that's what you're getting right now. Yeah, at least see enough of that, and you're far enough in the distance. You guys can kind of have a conversation about it if you want or whatever.
We didn't see any like weird, like there's nobody on the road at all. It's just those cars.
No, and by now it's got to be like what 3, 4 a.m. something like that. I mean, it's getting pretty late now. It was already getting night when you were in Little Europe. Took a couple hours to get out here. You probably spent a good 30 minutes or so fucking around in the shack, and then going miles off into the Badlands even further. So yeah, it's pretty late. Not a lot of people out, but you do see at the compound. You can see some smoke. You can see some lights glowing out from behind the big walls and stuff. So there's definitely some life out there. It's really far in the distance.
I don't know if we can take on a whole compound.
Probably not.
Right,
Maybe.
even if
They might be
even if we go in
asleep.
the dark.
Yeah. We could try to sneak in. I got to think of rope. We can probably maybe climb the side.
So you're gonna drive up quietly, or are you gonna drive up close enough so we have to like walk and hide behind stuff? Because they see a car pulling up with lights on. I mean, they're gonna definitely be like, "What the fuck?"
Yep.
So we definitely have to like stop before we get closer.
Yeah, if you,
Yep.
I'll say this. Raven, that perception with Coupler's binoculars, you're able to see all this in a distance far enough that you saw all that, and very possibly they didn't see you because you're that far away. If anyone were looking in that direction, if you were to try to, pull over and walk to be more stealthy without driving up, this is where you would want to do that. If you get any closer, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to get a little difficult for me to hide the vehicle because this is out in the middle of nowhere. There are some dunes and things and piles of garbage here and there, and a burnt out vehicle over there, a burnt out tree that fell over there or something. You know what I mean? So there are things you could pull over and hide behind, but now would be the time if that's what you're going to do.
I mean, I said we stop for now, at least until we figure that out.
Yeah, I'll tell a couple to pull over somewhere. Like try to hide behind something. And we'll all get quiet.
I mean,
It's sneaky.
Yeah, and
is that what we want to do and sneak in?
Unless you want to go see if they're willing to sell to us, but I don't think they might be
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah,
Not
it's like-
based on
Yeah.
this
Does-
other dude, like, kind of.
Anyone have Streetwise?
I do.
I do.
Yeah, give me
I
Street.
do.
Yeah, everybody give me Streetwise that has that.
I have a little bit.
I think everybody gets a little bit of Streetwise, don't they, when they
A
start?
little bit, very little bit.
Yeah, 12.
Uh,
Yeah, I don't have a high.
anybody
core,
else? Hollow and Raven.
I'm just
I'm
mechanic.
looking.
Yeah, and Show Enough in the chat says the time you wish you had a nomad in the group, and then he also said nice hair, Raven. So they're noticing your
Ah.
they're noticing the hair change there.
Thank you.
think
Yeah, I
it-
don't have
I love that tech
Streetwise.
hair.
Yeah, you should have put in your shift tax. You got the purple ones or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't have Streetwise. I thought everybody gets two.
No, I have
No?
street
Maybe I'm confused.
lang. Like,
I don't remember if
Streetwise.
anybody, because it's on the
Slang.
bottom of my.
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, with those roles for the ones that do have Streetwise, you don't know enough about the possibilities of this. You know, if they would or wouldn't sell to you or that along those lines. On Rio with that 12, you at least know that that's how it would work. You know that just like Coupler was able to, with that great deduction roll, figure out that the shack is kind of like the middle ground where that's where they do the actual transaction. With that Streetwise, you know, you can tell like, compound's probably where people go to make the buy or, you know, figure out what they want to buy or along those lines. And you're probably right that unless you have the right in or something or figure it out, it might be the type of situation where you can't get in and do it. It might be exclusive or something. But then again, people like Dave, other people, you know, they're buying people and doing it, so there's got to be a way. But with that Streetwise, I can't give you too much info.
Yeah.
But you can kind of think about it and know that what's kind of going on. I'm not sure how you want to handle it. Can't really give any hints, but
Yeah.
can Hollow hear us? Because she's kind of off the screen.
Oh, am I off the screen?
no.
Oh, your video froze for me.
Yeah, it froze for me too.
Oh yeah, it was frozen a little bit.
No,
I
it
was
still
just
is.
thinking local expert. If that would be a
Well, local expert, the way the local expert skill works is you have to decide what part of town it's for.
Yeah, I think yours was corporate arcologies, so I don't think it would work in this situation.
Okay.
If
I
anyone
have
has if anyone has local area, Badlands or Wastelands or whatever, it would work. But people don't typically pick that anyways. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't have
Well,
it. Sorry.
Raven, you're a local assassin. You think you can get in, wipe out an entire compound?
Let's
This is up your
try.
alley.
It's gonna be both.
Get me into a hole. Get
But
me
yeah,
into an entrance.
but
and
what are
I'll
you guys
leave.
doing? You didn't really tell me. Did you decide to pull over, or are you still driving
yeah,
towards the compound?
I think we pulled.
Oh, no, we
Okay,
pulled
so you
over.
pulled over and you're having this conversation. Okay, carry on. Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt you. Carry on.
We're talking shit.
Yeah. Sorry.
So-
Although,
I mean-
on Ryu, I know this is out of your guys' area of expertise, and so is mine.
I mean, either we try to go in and see if we can pull them out, although that seems,
Well, is there any way you can see if there's anything you can latch into and open up some doors? Like, how are these doors?
I mean, I
You
would
don't-
have
you
to be
can't see it from
there.
there.
Like, we're talking 6 meters. Like,
Ah, okay,
like,
yeah.
It's not much range there.
He doesn't got that
Yeah.
600-meter
You gotta
one.
crawl.
No, that would be an OP as hell.
You might want to turn
upgrade.
off your jacket too. You'd be glowing like a
Yeah.
night light out here too.
Yeah, really, I'll turn that off to be as stealthy as possible.
Yeah, I
Where
think
my
I'm probably the only
tattoos are
one.
still glowing.
What was that, Hollow?
My tattoos are like glow in the dark.
Oh yeah.
Don't worry, you can turn them off.
Yeah.
I can turn them off. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, with
Yes.
your agent.
Yeah, and then anybody watching the live stream or the archived video or in the chat, Hollow's video is currently frozen. She is not that still of a person, just so you know. She's not that weird.
No.
Yeah, I'm very twitchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to turn your video off and turn it back on. That might help.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, while
there-
Hollow tries to get back with
There
us,
you go.
hey, there she is. What are you guys doing? You guys discuss and
I mean,
let
I
me
guess
know.
we'll try to at least get closer and see what's going on. I mean, I might be able to get into a system over there and or at least see what's going on. Like, how far are we? How far away would it be, like, walk-wise?
I don't know, maybe like another mile or two. Just think of like desert, about the distance that it would take to not see a vehicle and have enough distance to kind of close the gap in a walk. So you're not like 5 or 10 miles away or anything drastic, but you can see it off in the distance. Basically, if you guys wanted to walk up, like you said earlier when you were kind of saying, hey, we want to leave the vehicle here and maybe try to sneak up on it or walk up on foot, what I would do if that's your decision is everybody will roll a stealth. You'll get a serious advantage in the sense that I'm going to put a big negative on if anyone happens to be watching, if that's even a thing. That's how it'll go down, because it is night, you're in the middle of nowhere, and
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I get dressed because I was in my slutty outfit, so I put all my shit back on.
Okay.
And all my straps and everything.
Coupler laughed about that.
Because I'm getting dressed in front of everybody, because I don't care.
Hollow, you in on sneaking up?
Yeah, I'm good. I don't know. There's something about being a bag of organs that makes you not so liking the slave trader so much.
This is your payback.
Yeah, like, one of those motherfuckers is at least a little guilty involved in my thing, and I need to get even.
True. All right, well, I guess that's what we're going to end up doing, is sneaking up there and...
Yeah, Coupler's going to grab his flashlight, his glow sticks, and that rope, just in case, and grab the shotgun.
Okay.
Take what he needs.
Yeah, everybody give me stealth.
Oh, this is kind of...
And everybody's grabbing all of their shit, I take it. If anybody's leaving, anything specific that you're not bringing or you're leaving, just let me know that. Otherwise, I'm going to say everybody has all their shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have all my stuff.
Okay.
Only thing I'm not bringing is my personal care pack and my sleeping bag.
Okay.
So, yeah, I don't think I'm camping here.
Yeah. All right, everybody give me stealth. Hollow did.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to put...
Jesus,
I
Unreal.
knew this was going to happen to me.
Coupler's like, no.
I'm going to put one luck on mine.
That's funny.
Nice.
And I put one luck on that.
Yeah, no, everybody's doing great, especially on Rio. On Rio's like fucking floating, like silently through the darkness with that 32 stealth.
That ghostly move, yeah.
32 stealth. Oh my god. But yeah,
I'm only 30 behind.
Coupler not so much with a 2. That's
We're telling him to shut up.
Yeah, so everyone's being really quiet. Coupler, coughs and sneezes, lets out a fart. He's just being noisy as shit. It's awkward. But yeah, about half.
A little more demeanor that. I got allergies. Okay, give me a break.
You could. It's out in the middle of nowhere. It's dusty desert winds, But you guys are about maybe half the distance you're closing, and due to Coupler's noises and things like that, 2 guys kind of like jump out from behind a couple boulders and piles of garbage on the side. They kind of like hop out. One has a shotgun. The other one has some type of pistol and like some type of small blade. But when they both hop out, it seems like they noticed Coupler making noise, but they weren't really like looking out or anything. Because when they jump out, they're just like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And like one's like rubbing their eyes and shit. Like maybe they were kind of sleeping out there. But that's what happens. They basically hop out and notice you all. But you're about halfway, from where you left the car and where the compound is. You've made it about halfway. And when Coupler was making a lot of noise, and these guys jumped out. But we'll leave it right there. We can leave on that little cliffhanger of encounter. So we don't need to fully get into that, and we'll see what happens next week with these 2 guys jumping out and noticing you. But yeah, they just basically hop out with what I described, and just like, what the fuck? One's around the eyes, and they're just like, kind of surprised that you're there. But they did raise their weapons in your direction when they hopped out. But they are a little...
Oh, it's on.
They are a little caught off guard, But yeah, let's leave it there. I think everybody did great. That was a lot of fun. a lot of decent role playing. I was really shocked that Coupler kind of pulled a solo move on the district PD. But lucky,
Like, I'm tired of this shit.
but lucky for you, a lot of other shit was going on and kind of pulled the attention away at a key moment there. But yeah, and that was great thinking going to Father Kevin at the what was it, the Angel? What was the church?
Angel's Holy Church, I think it was.
Yeah, Holy Angel Church or something. Yeah, no, that was a great idea. As far as Cyberpunk RED and in the lore of the book and stuff, it is a sanctuary, a safe haven for people and people that need guidance or help, and that was great to kind of pull that out of the lore into the game. That was good thinking. But yeah, at least you guys got out here. You followed the coordinates. You got to kind of, got some good rolls between the reveal, conceal, some good perceptions. That deduction roll, you were at least, hitting it to the point where you could at least figure out enough to head in the right direction. So it seems at least that's happening. Unfortunately, Coupler's making a lot of fucking noise, and seems to
blame my dice. Don't blame me. I can't do anything about it too.
You woke up a couple people. Don't blame it on the dice. It was you. It was Coupler.
I didn't oil my arm that night.
Yeah,
it's a little creaky.
But yeah, other than that, I thought it was great. I'm looking forward to next week. Let's see what happens. I just want to give a shout out to the sponsors. Steve from Sirenscape says another fun game. I'm glad you hung out with us and checked out another session. Anybody watching, definitely check out Sirenscape if you want to add cool sound effects and music and sounds and atmosphere to your game, as you can hear during our games. And also shout out to other sponsors: Cyberfight Clothing, Level Up Dice, Elderwood Academy, Lion Banner Games. We got a couple other map makers coming into play, and when I start using them, I'll give them shout outs as well. We also got sponsored by Legend Keeper, so we're just starting to kind of use that to kind of keep track of some of the lore and things we're creating within our own campaign. So that's cool. But yeah, just wanted to shout out the sponsors. Anybody interested in checking them out, check out the partners page on the Cyberpunk Uncensored website. There's links and discounts and cool shit there. But other than that, check out the links in the description. Give the video a like and a share. The archived version will be on YouTube in about 24 hours or so. Any final words from the team?
No, looking forward to see how we're going to handle this next week. And then,
we're going to have fun. That's all I know.
Next week, 2077 finally comes out.
Yeah.
Don't distract our viewers.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna be. I'm hoping.
No, we're gonna be streaming. Yeah, we'll be streaming some 2077 as well. Just like we're streaming 2020. I've got some GMs doing 2020. I've got other GMs doing RED. Obviously, we're doing RED. We've been doing it for months with the advanced copy, but now I've got other GMs now that it's public joining us, and I definitely want to get some streamers doing the video game. Ultimately, I would love Cyberpunk Uncensored to, continue to put out the GM tips series, the crash course videos, and tips videos. More interviews. I've got Mad Queen. I'm going to do a live interview with her this Thursday. I think it's
really? That's great. I saw she joined the Discord. I was very happy.
Yeah. 3 p.m. post standard time, I think, is our time this Thursday. I'll promote it. I'll post it around. It's going to be live, so everyone join if you got questions and stuff. But more interviews, more stuff. But I also want to get a lot more gameplay. Not just us doing RED. I've got my monthly. That was going to be a one-shot. With Terabella Pondsmith. We got an actual Pondsmith playing. We got Steve from Sirenscape and some other friends joining. Jack, a fellow GM who GMs for Cyberpunk Uncensored. That's this Saturday. But that was going to be a one-shot. It kind of became an ongoing. We had a lot of fun and the team kind of got along well. But like I said, I've got other GMs too that we're pushing, that are going to be doing more 2020 and other ones doing RED as well, and then the video game coming up. So hopefully every single day we'll be kicking out videos and streams and things, and Cyberpunk Uncensored will just be an awesome community of great cyberpunk content. I think we're heading in that direction, and it's going well, so I'm happy about that.
Well, you made the mark, the 1K.
Yeah, that's right. The YouTube channel, we just broke 1,000 subscribers a couple days ago. I'm really happy about that. I mean,
that's great.
Yeah, we got there within like 5 months or something, which is awesome. I'm so excited about that. Like, big thanks to the community supporting us. I really appreciate that shit. It's very cool. But yes, Steve Sirenscape, really looking forward to it again. Hell yeah, everybody else tuned in. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Yep.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.